I was living in Mexico for a short time. I was at a small outdoor market and bought a jar of cream from some local people. And I was under the impression it was just a moisturizing cream and had a good, powerful ingredient. So when I was speaking to the locals there that I knew, one of them told me that it was a miracle ingredient, this Tepescoidi. And so he made reference to a gas station explosion, that it helped heal a lot of the burn victims. That intrigued me to do more research on it, and I found out that it truly is a miracle ingredient. When I came back to Canada, I sourced out the natural ingredient, the raw ingredient, and found a reputable chemist and started my own products. The first one was the Mayan Magic, which is the healing balm, and that was the most important one to me. And at the same time, I actually did the DMAE cream and the vitamin C because I was looking at anti-aging products as well. But my intention from the beginning was to create a product with the Tepescoidi that would be very clean and pure, unscented, and help people to treat not only burns but cuts and eczema, psoriasis, all type of things. My intention was never to beautify the world. We use actually a very high percentage of active ingredients, like the Tepescoidi is at 10%. We use other botanicals from around the world in the whole skincare line, and as well as multiple active ingredients in products. People that buy our products want natural, they want very clean. They're very particular and conscious of what they put on their face, their body, and their scalp. They're parents. They're looking for the right products to treat their children without parabens, harsh chemicals, or synthetic fragrance. And they're looking for products that work and are highly effective. So many people out there looking for a positive solution to really incredible skin conditions, eczema, psoriasis, and burns, scarring. And we hear all the time that they've tried so many different products, they've spent so much money, and they're very skeptical about where they spend their dollars. And we just have a huge amount of people that come back. We get thank yous, we get testimonials constantly because finally they found something that works for them. Blue Ann is a little girl from Saskatchewan, Canada, that her mother had sent me an email with pictures that she had such severe eczema that her ears were detached from her head. She suffered such painful sores, and her hair was falling out around the injury, the sores. So they went to a local health food store, got just a little sachet sample and tried it, and after 3 days they actually healed over. The mother took pictures and sent them to us. She was so grateful. She's written to us many times, we've stayed in touch with her, and after 6 months they were just thrilled because the little girl's hair started growing back. And she said although they never mentioned it, nobody wanted to talk about it, they could see that the little girl was so happy that her hair was growing back. The other day I received an email that the subject was "I love you." So I was intrigued by that, thinking it might have been spam, but I opened it anyway and read it. And it was an amazing testimonial from a man that was burnt on his underarms and down his side. He was in extreme pain and nothing was helping him. And he was very worried about the risk of infection. So somebody had told him about the Mayan Magic, a woman whose hands were badly burnt, and he tried it and said that it had created a barrier, not only stopped the pain, but created a barrier that stopped the leaking of the burn. And after a few days, it was actually starting to heal over. And this is what he wrote to me. "Hello. A couple of weeks ago, I ended up with second-degree burns on my underarms and sides, and one side ended up completely raw and the skin wasn't regenerating. It was incredibly painful, and I was really nervous about infections. Mayan Magic was recommended to me by a woman whose friend had badly burned her hands, and it was a complete lifesaver. It created a barrier that kept the burn from leaking, and after a couple of days, new skin was growing. I'll continue to use it after to help reduce the scarring, but I am so grateful for finding the product that helped me with the healing process. So this is just a note to say thank you and I love you." We received an email from a woman who had purchased Mayan Magic for her husband who had extremely bad psoriasis, and it worked amazingly for him. And the reason she wrote to us is because they have a horse. I understand they have horses. And one of their horses had developed laminitis, which is the hoof falls off. And and she was so concerned that that would happen. She went and got the Mayan Magic, put it on the horse, wrapped it up for 3 days, used it continuously and wrapped it for 3 days, and the hoof started to reattach. The reason she wrote to us is because the only cure for that is they'd have to put the horse down. There is no cure for laminitis. So she was just amazed and thrilled and grateful that we saved her horse. And so were we, because we're animal lovers. 12 years ago, we started Levine Organic Skincare, and since then we've grown incredibly. We're in over 800 retail stores across the nation, Canada and the US. We also sell globally online to many, many countries, and have supported many foundations in the past, and so wonderful to see how many people we've helped. So we've decided to focus at this time on the Children's Burn Foundation, because it's really a hard thing to watch when you see the children suffer, and we know it means so much to the parents to be able to help them. With the discovery of all of the amazing properties of Tepescoweedy, including the fact that it helps to regenerate collagen, the underlying essence of it is that it regenerates skin cells. So we've created a dynamic, amazing line of skincare that treats everything from acne, anti-aging to sensitive skin.